we got C-Double, Chris Claiborne, Butkus Winner, your favorite 55. There's a whole bunch of them on the Take Back the West podcast. What's going on, C-Double?
Man, having a good time, man. We in here getting ready for season, grinding, doing what we do.
Offensive quality control coach. We spoke on this before I hit record, but what does a Butkus Winner have to do with the offensive side of the ball? Do you have plans to be an OC or a head coach in college football one day?
You know what? They just opened up another opportunity for me, honestly. They're giving me another opportunity to learn more to help my game as far as if I ever go back to the defense or if I stay here, honestly. I'm just having a good time with it, man. I really am. And, being a defensive guy and now going on offense is just, like I said, enhance my game and just making me a better coach.
Right, man. I'm all for it. Let me ask you a question. When you got done with your professional football career, was coaching one of the top things on your mind, or did you transition some other way before you start coaching?
Well, I think most of us go through, like, when you're done playing football, you're kind of like in a fog. Like, I don't know you know what I mean? I know where I'm at every May. I know where I'm at in April. I know it's OTAs. I know it's this. So it was kind of figuring out, like, all right, me, who am I outside of this game? You know what I mean? And then when I started to work with some kids, it just came me the bug, man. So after that, it kind of took off from there. But initially, man, I was just chilling, living life. And
living.
You're right, just living, man, and just trying to find my way through on what was next, being done at the age of 28. You know what I mean? Seems like we play forever, but when you look at it age-wise, you're done pretty early in your life.
Everybody outside looking in is like, oh, you're retired? It's like, man, you don't even know what I put in. I've been doing this since I was 7.
Right. Right. I got 30 years in.
Yeah. I got 20 plus years in this.
You're right. They don't have no idea, man.
Man.
And that's why I think it's kind of like our mentality is kind of like the military, where it's like civilians and people that work in the game. It just, they don't see it different. Like, I very rarely talk football with people outside of the building.
Because they don't get it.
It's just different. I mean, you know what I mean? And you don't want to say that their opinion is wrong. You just, leave it alone. Like, it's all good.
Yeah, I like to call my boys at home couch coaches.
They got it all figured out.
The couch, they got the whole thing, the salary cap. I'm like, y'all, you guys don't have a clue. But I don't rain on the parade too much, but they are couch coaches. So
I hear you.
Couch coaches. C-Double, so obviously this interview is going to be more because I'm a fan, and obviously you're a Trojan.
Appreciate it.
So you're a big bro. But the number 55, right? I know you talk about all the time the significance behind it. For me growing up, watching you, Willie, Junior, how did it feel to be in that conversation when you walked in and were like, yo, you're going to wear this?
Man, you know what? I was so young and not understanding at the time.
Right.
I initially wanted to wear number 3. I wore 30 in high school. I wore 30 at North. And when I came to college, I didn't want to wear a double number. Lavelle Woods had it at the time. Okay. So I wanted to wear 3. And Keyshawn had just got done wearing it, and he was going to the league. And I was like, I'm going to turn 3 into a defensive number. And J. Rob was like, no, you're not, buddy. You know what I mean? He was like, I want you to wear this number. And Tino, Tino the stable, who's been here through all our careers, right? He was like, you think you're good enough to wear it? And I was like, good enough? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm good enough to wear it. So they basically tricked me into not wanting 3 anymore. And I'm appreciative of them every day for getting me to wear 55 because it was the best thing that happened to me because it gave me such high expectations off the top, man. Like, them dudes are, like you said, legendary, whether it's college or the NFL. Right. It's crazy.
Man,
crazy.
Much, man. Just being in the realm of it and just knowing what 55 stands for as a defender. And, it's a number that won't be retired. You're that good, but it's so significant for SC, they won't retire it. There's nothing you can do. You won the Butkus. There's nothing you can do about it.
And it's all good, though. You know what I mean? Because there was guys before me that did it, so I respect it. You know what I mean? Willie, he did a hell of a job with it. Junior, you know what I mean? Set the stage for it. So who am I to even be mad about that? You know what I mean? My thing is for us to be in the process of picking the next guy. When Keith came up, Rivers came up, Pete Carroll brought me in. Oh, this kid's from Orlando. I knew his background, knew his parents was in the military. He actually lived in, I think, Riverside at some point. I knew all those things about him. So it's crazy, right? I knew those things about him. So I was like, yeah, he's that guy. He can wear it. You know what I mean? And I think he should be given that opportunity to be able to pick the next guy. And it's on you because we made the pick.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, to go deeper into that, when Keith came in with 55, a lot of guys were giving him stuff. You're like, Mary's, Orlando, not from Cali. You think you can, represent the right way? He stayed with me on the couch, and we had millions of conversations about this late night, early in the morning, about the honor it is, to come here, not just, you got recruited 5 stars and all this stuff, to wear 55 and what that means and how you're going to take this program and the legacy. And I'm telling you, that young brother took it and ran with it. He developed from freshman year all the way until he left and was the top defender and left in the top 10 pick.
And that's the honor in it, dog. You know what I mean? I got mad love for him because he's a 55 for one. Yeah. He wore a linebacker. He's a linebacker at this university for 2. But I think that he understands the legacy behind it, and that's what you want. I mean, I like I said, Pete Carroll brought me in, said, this is a guy. He said, do you agree? I said, yes. And I'm very happy to be attached to him in that aspect. You know what I mean? And I hope he gets the opportunity to pick the next 55 as well, so he can be attached to it. And it just adds another layer to legacy at USC.
Absolutely. And even Pete doing what's right and having that conversation with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, honoring the tradition. And man, that's big, right?
It's big. That's the respect part of, like, while it's all about being a Trojan, do the right things when it comes to things like that. Yes, keep me involved in what's going on with that. And that it means a lot to me to hear that they did that route for you.
Yeah, he did. That's big.
So on the offensive side of the ball right now, you got a crowded backfield, a lot of talented guys. Is there anyone looking like the bell cow right now, or you just think it's back by committee until probably right before the first game?
Oh, man, you know what? Being in the room with Coach Jinx and Steve Murillo, I think it's a trial. It's a committee thing right now. I think the kids got to figure out who's going to be the guy. You know what I mean? I think that same situation happened when Reggie and them were here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had Herschel Dennis, Reggie. They got to figure it out. Yeah. So it's a good situation to have. They all bring different skill sets.
Right.
But the most important thing I think I've learned being on this side of the ball is understanding the protection and protecting the ball. Okay. Right? A lot of people can run with the pill, but being able to trust these guys in the game with protecting the quarterback, and holding on to the ball are the most important things. And you won't really know that until we start to play these games.
Right. Well, that's good to hear, because a lot of us on the outside are looking at it like, it's crowded back there. Who's going to take advantage of, who took advantage of COVID? Who was working out? Who wasn't? Who came in with the right attitude? Who's the alpha? Are they all alphas? And it's just reassuring to hear that, these guys are competing. And that's one of the things I've been talking to a couple coaches, a couple players, they're competing.
Yeah.
And, that how we took it from when you guys left and, we won some ball games and played at a very high level. The thing Pete Carroll installed in us is how we worked. There was no ifs, ands, buts about it that practice was going to be harder than the game.
Right.
So get your mind right, and you're going to be at practice.
Right.
So to hear the way, this whole coaching staff has came in with the direction of Mike Bone coming in and, getting the right guys in here, we're all applauding the coaching hires, but physical, competition, being accountable, all those things are what Trojans fans have been set back. I'm sure you yourself, too, watching games like, what's going on with our team?
Yeah.
Besides
for sure.
Getting in the way, but
I think the biggest thing that SC has always brought to the table was, like you said, competition.
Yeah.
And you have to load the rooms, all the rooms, right? You have to load every room with as much talent as possible because the weak will be weeded out.
Absolutely.
And you will go to war with the strong.
Yeah.
So I think by being able to get more, remember, we lost a lot of scholarships, so hopefully the next couple of years we'll get our numbers up really like they're supposed to, and that will really create a situation of accountability and competition in every room so that we can get back to playing at the high level, playing where the Alabamas are, because those guys know Alabama, if I'm hurt, if I get sick, I might be done.
You're done.
And you know what? That's the best. That's the best. Honestly, if you're a real player, that's the best program to be in, to be threatened to lose your position.
Bro, I dealt with it at SC. I had a toe injury, and we had won some games, and they had every 5-star coming in. I was like, I'd be damned if I sat on the sideline and nursed something.
Right.
I'm out there.
I waited till after spring ball to have surgery.
I'm telling you. I only did one spring ball in 4 years.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You know what
I'm not giving nobody room to catch up with me at all. So I'm with you 100%, man. Like, I waited till after I had like a little sprain ligament. I was like, can I play with it? Yeah. All right. We went through it, and then I got it. You know what I mean? I got it at the end of. But yeah, I feel you 100%. And it was kind of lost because you had to play with guys because of attrition, right? I don't have enough guys to compete. I got to play with the best guy, even though he may not be doing what he's supposed to do. So I think it's getting back to that, and, you know, hopefully it correlates on the field as well.
The offensive side with the coaching, right? You got Kerry over there, Lindy Vandermeid, side of the ball. How good is it to be in these meetings with these guys that played at the highest level, played with you, or, you know, at some capacity, your respected Trojan, and understands what it's like tapping into Howard Jones, you know, understands all the facilities that they have, what we had. Right? Because I didn't have no pool tub till I got to the league.
Man. Hey, remember they had that little tub they had in the bottom down there?
Well,
that little ice bath tub?
It was like that. What do you put my
only the running backs get in it? Like,
small dudes.
Totally. These dudes are spoiled. It's great to be with them, man. And I think when I came in, those were the guys that made me feel most comfortable coming into the situation here, because all the other guys I didn't know, and I needed to, you know, show that I would be at work early on time and grind just like everybody else. And I didn't expect or want anything special from anybody, just the opportunity.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, by having them, they definitely made my transition a lot easier, and I'm very appreciative of them and glad they're in the building. And I think moving forward, I think having those guys and hopefully adding more guys that are former Trojans will do a better job with us being able to get more of the alumni involved. Right? We're missing some of the big alumni. And I'm looking forward to hopefully going out and networking with those guys and getting those guys back around the program and involved not only with just the kids, but the coaches as well.
That's good, man. Yeah, we're on that Zoom together, and I seen you, and it was a bright spot of that Zoom. Not that there wasn't any other, because it was all energetic and, you know, all that. But knowing that you guys are engaging that way, and the way when I look across the league, and I've been, you know, I played 13 seasons, so I met a whole bunch of guys, and they go back to their alma mater, they get a job. But it didn't seem like ours was so interested in letting guys in. And now that that's changing, it's like, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be able to recruit because the guy in that room, he's on that board, or he's on that picture or that plaque, and he's right there. He can talk to them.
The proof is in the pudding, as we always say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can say, hey, my school will look out for me because I did it. Hey, and I always tell guys, get your degree. Finish and get your degree, because a lot of guys are like 1 class away, 2 classes away. I'm like, hey, come back and get that degree. I had to do it. I did it.
Me too.
And it worked out, man. And they gave me everything I needed to get that done.
Yeah, I love our school, man. I love our school. I don't need much more, Coach. I just wanted to make sure you knew that we supported you. We're happy you're home. I know your kids miss you from your high school that you left. You know, you were just gaining some traction there, getting in the playoffs and whatnot. I'm fired up that you're home, man. And
I appreciate it. And I hope, like I tell everybody, man, I look forward to seeing y'all at practices when all this thing opens, and hopefully, you know what I mean. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I mean, shoot, now I might be able to go get a job as a running back coach somewhere or a linebacker coach. Who knows? So
who knows, man?
You know, yeah, man. But I'm appreciative of the opportunity that was presented to me, and I'm just trying to take advantage of it. And the guys on the offensive side of the ball have been great. The guys in the running back room, I'm learning from. Again, Steve Murillo, Coach Jinks, man, they've been awesome. And, you know, I've been trying to just bring my little piece to it as well.
Right, man. Well, much appreciated. thank you. Keep pushing your guys in your room. Keep pushing the team, because you can play both sides of that locker room and lead by example. And
That's it.
just proud of you, man. And thanks for leading the way, because
Thanks, brother.
You being in that position makes me think that I can be in it. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope so. And I hope to be able to get in a position where I can hire guys, you know what I mean, one day. So, man, just that's what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be inspiring to each other, to those around us. And, again, man, I'm just excited about being here, and I'm happy to be on your show today, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to get back on again.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, my guy.
Right on, brother.
See ya.